All right, welcome to the, I can't remember which number of episode of Netflix and Chill this is, but it's up in the description right now. And what are we eating this week? Okay, so my ice cream choice this week kind of reflects how I felt about what we reviewed. Okay. Some plain old... This week we reviewed Chelsea Handler's new show, Chelsea Does. Roll that clip.
So this is happening. Do you want to get married when you get older? Because I'm not married. And how old do you all think that I am?
20.
That's right.
Work, drink, sleep.
Has there ever been a pot you've smoked that you didn't like?
Pot's like sex. Some's better than others, but it's all good.
When I got in trouble with the Anti-Defamation League, it was because Chewie dressed up as Hitler. It was Hanukkah, in my defense. I think it is so important to be able to make fun of stereotypes.
Tell me the last time you visited an American Indian reservation.
Probably the last time I was at a casino.
See, there you go.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, I would love to see what that life is like.
All right, so Chelsea Does is described as comedian and writer Chelsea Handler discusses the topics of marriage, racism, Silicon Valley, and drugs, filmed in 4 parts. So there's only 4 episodes.
They're all about like an hour in length, some a little bit more.
Yeah, so the first one, Marriage, that one was about an hour and 15 minutes.
That one was a load of crap. Like going into this, I was like, oh my God, I have to sit through another 3 hours of this bull crap. But it gets better as it goes on. It's kind of like when you're bullied in high school. It gets better. As the series goes on, it improves. So it starts off with Marriage in the first episode. Skip over that one, it's a load of crap. Then it goes to Silicon Valley in episode 2, which is, the title is a little bit misleading.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it because I thought, I'm not interested in that. Like, I skipped over it completely, and I feel like I shouldn't have.
It's all about social media and technology, and in the episode she goes to Silicon Valley and she actually develops her own app, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The third one is called Chelsea Does Racism, and that one's a big eye-opener. Yeah,
that one was really good. I actually enjoyed that one way more than Marriage.
And then the fourth one is called Chelsea Does Drugs, where she goes to, I believe it's Peru, and she does this drug I can't pronounce.
Peru to do ayahuasca.
And she talks with her friends about doing drugs and different things like that. It touches on the war on drugs, and it's another very eye-opening episode.
Yeah, and you'll notice some famous faces in it too. Nobody really A-list, but Jason Biggs was in the Marriage one. Margaret Cho, and that guy from Mad TV.
Michael McDonald.
Yes, he was in Stewie.
They look like this.
He was in the one about racism. Were there any others?
Khloe Kardashian makes an appearance in the Silicon Valley one when they're talking about social media, because she's obviously a big expert on that subject.
Obviously. Marriage, like you said, was a load of crap. But even as I continued to watch, it was boring as hell.
I mean, I love Chelsea Handler. She's a great comedian. She's a great host. I mean, going through that first episode, I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. But it gets better as it goes on. I can't stress enough. Don't watch the first episode. It's just her being bitter that she's not married and she can't find love and blah, blah, blah.
And I've never seen her comedy before. I never watched when she had her talk show. I never watched it. Never seen her comedy. So you were saying her comedy is what kind of style?
It's very blunt. It's very deadpan. It's similar to like my style of comedy, and I love people like that. You'll just be out flat.
That explains why I didn't really like it. Just kidding. But there are a few Canadian cameos, I guess, Canadian city cameos.
Yes.
In the first one, she goes to Toronto to interview the CEO of Ashley Madison, and that's about the high point of that episode. Other than that, like Johnny said.
And then in the last one, the drugs episode, there's a brief clip of a TED Talk that was shot here right in Ottawa at the University of Ottawa.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rate this a big fat nay. Did I get the right side this time?
You did get it right this
I'm
time.
looking at Kanye, so I guess it's the right side. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a nay because I was really bored. It was vanilla for me, totally, 100%.
I'm gonna, forget about the first episode. That's a total nay. But other than that, I'm giving the last 3 episodes a total yay. It's a very, very interesting series. I don't know if I'd watch it on a date, but if you're just bored and want to check something out, definitely check out the last 3 episodes of Chelsea Does. So that's it for this episode of Netflix and Chill. We'll be back next month, and February has a very stacked lineup. We got a new show from Judd Apatow, Love, and of course Fuller House coming out on the 26th, so it's going to be a lot of fun.